I want to take you straight to breaking developments in the US right now, where rioters are burning down Minneapolis. Our US correspondent Tim Arvia is in the thick of it. He is right there. Tim, someone has just been attacked moments ago.
Yeah, Alex, this happened about 10 minutes ago, just as we were coming past, actually. Up there on the hill, a man has been stabbed in the upper chest. At the moment, people are trying to render him first aid. No official, anyone official on site yet. You can see people standing around trying to protect him. Now, after that happened, there was a big brawl that broke out. Now, the person we're told who stabbed him is over here, but you can see behind these crowds, it was a young white man who stabbed a young black man. And that's really got the crowd aggro. Now, the only reason he is still there is someone has actually accosted him and he's holding him there at gunpoint, hoping the police will arrive. But at this stage, we've actually seen some police come down the street. They came down about 2 minutes ago and turned the wrong way, and sitting there, protesters and looters started sprinting everywhere. But at this stage, they still haven't come down here. Of course, we also have police. There's a police station is only about 100 metres that way, but no one's coming out of there either. So at this stage, you've got the injured man sitting there on the hill, no one from an official capacity helping him when he really needs to be in hospital, and a really ugly situation happening over here with growing anger. A lot of people surrounding this man who's done the alleged stabbing. So
police, are they coming towards you at all? Are they on their way?
Department to show up. We did call.
No, they came down here and they actually turned left. They turned the wrong way. Now they're sort of blockading down the end of the street and they're not actually coming down. You know, it is an uncertain situation. We've got choppers overhead looking at what's going on. But yeah, these people were involved in the fight before. They think they're going to try and take him to hospital perhaps. Because at this stage there's no one else here doing anything. So I think this is what looks like going to happen. They're going to probably try and drive him to hospital because the police are obviously possibly too nervous to come down here, seeing no one from any paramedics coming in here either, because it is such a volatile situation. The police are now coming down here. We'll turn around. Here come 4 police cars. Wow. So they're going to come in and we'll wait and see what happens now. But
yeah, it is
really, this is the first time we've seen police all morning in hours. They have not been game to come down here, obviously with the tensions. So there's the man there who's allegedly done the stabbing. They're holding him at gunpoint. We'll just wait and see what happens here.
And Tim, are you okay? Are you safe?
Gear, they're ready to move in. Yeah, we're safe. No one's concerned with us. But here we go. Things are starting to be thrown at the police officers as they deal with this guy. He's already had eggs thrown at him. More objects are coming in. And the crowd is yelling to help this man over here. Because at this stage, the black man who's been stabbed is still lying there with no assistance being given to him. But the police are understandably reluctant to go over into that crowd. But the crowd is really getting aggro because they haven't been helped. It's really, really a tense situation. The police yelling at everyone to get back so they can have some sort of certainty when they go in. Oh, geez, that's a massive brick has been thrown now, the police. There's stun guns being thrown.
We are watching live pictures out of Minneapolis in the United States. Tim Arvia there in Minneapolis,
back where they are firing on the crowds.
You guys are fucking pricks.
Sorry about the language there. This is a really tense situation. Okay, so the police are now trying to set up a protective ring around the man who's been stabbed as they can render first aid. They have fired on the crowd stun guns to move them back. And now it's hopefully these things, but that was a massive brick that came over. You can just see it in front of the police van there. Someone threw that at the police car. It narrowly missed a police officer. And that is what they started, then began firing. So now we're seeing reinforcements also move in. So this is really the escalation of a morning of chaos here in downtown Minneapolis. The police were prepared to stand by while the looters were going ahead, but this is something more pressing they're having to really focus on here.
Tim, can you see the man that's been stabbed right now?
Firing on, oh, I can. They are working on him, trying to save his life. Now, the police have just fired. They're firing stun guns and tear gas into the crowd to try to disperse them. Everyone's sort of moving back, and that is unfortunately only firing the crowds up a bit more. The firing of the gas in there, they are retreating, but you can see a lot of people getting ready to hurl objects back if they can. The unfortunate thing is this man here is fighting for his life, and it's a really ugly situation. We do not actually know what started this altercation. We were actually just driving into this car park and we heard the man screaming and saw a brawl with about 5 or 6 people throwing punches at each other. That is immediately what's kicked this off. Now, that was about 15, 20 minutes ago. So that's how long he has been lying there.
Tim, can you get a number on the crowd?
Is the fact that this is
a rough number on the crowd there. It looks like hundreds at least.
Oh, At least 500 people, at least. That has been conservative. And there is, of course, even as I look further down the street, there's a couple of hundred more people still waiting outside that police station. So, you know, whether they come down or not, because there is a lot of outrage. The people are actually chanting at the police now. But this is a grave situation. Now you can see over here the smashed police car window from the bricks. And now police are trying to set up a blockade and push people a long way back. Still firing those stun guns. You can still see things being thrown here at the officers. And the real tension is actually a bit down here. So it's still a really ugly situation. So at this stage, they have still not yet moved that man. They're still not moving him. See, we continue to hear explosions around here. So, yeah, well, here comes this is tear gas coming towards us now. So, yeah, what we're really waiting for now is the paramedics to get in. Here we come. The paramedics is now starting to arrive in the terms of, you'll see a fire engine come down, but they double as paramedics.
I'm just incredible pictures there, Timmy. I know that...
Hey, stay away. Stay away, stay away, stay away. Okay, so we're getting a fair bit of aggro here. But obviously what the fear is now, how this is going to kick things off even further. They're now picking this man up. They're taking the stabbing victim away, obviously to try to get him to hospital, because I think things are looking pretty... Attention to the crowd. They're all coming down now to the police station where they've been gathering all morning, and you really feel a shift in the mood of the crowd. There's a lot of anger here.
Timmy, we appreciate you being on. We know how difficult and dangerous it is for you there right now. We know over the last couple of hours how things have dramatically escalated where you are. We've seen that tension really build over the last couple of days, and into a point now where you're seeing people looting, people going from street to street, from shop to shop, taking goods out of them. We haven't seen any police force at all until this morning, and we see that guy, the guy who was stabbed before, that victim, being taken away in a police car.
Hang on, what's...
Okay, we're just having the stun grenades are being thrown into the crowd now because things are getting ugly. Some people are pleading for calm here, but the stun grenades are going off because it's really threatening to get ugly. You see, obviously, some protesters are pleading for calm, telling people to stop throwing things. They are actually trying to get this man to safety. Down the other end of the street, people have stormed down the barricades. And here we go. This is where things will really get ugly now. The police reinforcements are coming in here to reinforce this line. They've chased off the protesters down the end of the street. They've moved away, and it's sort of more, everyone is swirling around to here. Now whether the police maybe just get out of here, and that's going to be the interesting thing, is the police are heavily outnumbered. They have fired the stun grenades into the crowd. Here they are going out to either arrest someone or do something.
Timmy, I just want to come in there if I can. I know you've got a lot on your plate right now, but this is how... Let's just stay on the pictures. This is how police are thought of at the moment. This is the scant regard that's held for them in light of what's happened in the last couple of days. They're under real threat here, aren't they?
Absolutely, and they are heavily outnumbered. We've seen another man go down here. Now, it's uncertain what's happened to him, but he is receiving first aid again. Police are now trying to move into him to treat him. So, not certain to what's happened to this man, but police are really outnumbered here, and they are in a vulnerable situation. It's a situation you would hate to be in, because you get the feeling the police, now that they have taken that injured man out of here, it'll be interesting to see what happens now, because they will probably get out of here, because it's not safe for them to be around. Their process only antagonises the crowd, and when they leave, then we wait and see what happens. Oh, someone's been shot in the head with a stun gun. So he's walking away. He's okay. He's okay. He's got tear gas in the face. That was shot at point blank range. They are trying to arrest someone now, and here's where it could get ugly, because they are having to struggle to get people into a police station, and you have this massive crowd around who are happily throwing projectiles at the police. Well, they are seeing what's going on, and the wrestling only aggravates the crowd. So we are seeing someone being wheeled away in a trolley, someone who looks pretty badly injured.
I mean, this is like a modern-day war zone. I mean, this is unbelievable what is happening on the streets of Minneapolis, where you have the confrontation between the police and protesters. And as I said before, That chaos is contagious, and Tim's right in the heart of it there as police try and bring back law and order to streets where they just don't want it, right, Tim?
Yeah. Okay, so here we go. The police are now backing up, and they're getting ready to fire on the crowd as the crowd throws. The crowd senses they are now moving away, and they are sensing this is an opportunity to vent their anger at the police. They are throwing rocks, throwing eggs, throwing anything they can get their hands on, while the police are sort of marching back in formation, prepared to fire on the crowd if they think it's necessary. So we have...
And that is, that is real anger that is felt towards the police there. This, of course, goes back several days ago, the death of George Floyd at the hands of police. And until I think someone's arrested...
Our camera angle...
We got this!
Now, our camera angle will show you one angle. There are multiple fronts here. There are police defending themselves in about 3 different angles. They are boxed in and surrounded by... The only way out now is down this street, and that is where they're trying to go. But whether the crowd senses that and is following them, again hurling projectiles, and the people who scattered originally, oh, well, here come the stun grenades again. Okay, it's all right, we're out of harm's way now, but you can see the police there, out of the back of that car, they are throwing the stun grenades. They want to try to retreat and get out of here. And that's when things are going to become interesting now, because once they get out of here, the crowd's really got no reason not to go nuts. You're seeing a whiskey bottle just got thrown at the police there.
Tim, we know the National Guard has been called.
That was a massive rock.
Just a reminder to everyone, this is not Lebanon and civil war. This is the heart of America, and it's war on the streets as we go to air right now. Tim, that is frightening.
Yeah. That is crazy, that big rock there, and he just had no compunction about throwing it, and the police didn't do anything. They're now firing out the window. Oh. Okay.
You just be careful where you are there, Tim, hey?
So we don't get hit by a stun grenade.
Yeah.
And if we pan back here, you can see, Bob, have a look at this. This is where the crowd that is following them down the street now. So now the police are getting out of here.
All right, who are you with?
We're with 9 News Australia. And there's people asking us where we are. It's better to say we're from Australia. It lessens the tension. There's people throwing things as police leave now. And now we'll wait and see what happens, especially down here at the police station. The last police car is here. It is getting pelted with objects.
Hey, Tim,
and
we've
you can see behind this police car is one of the buildings they set on fire last night. The crowd is now marching down this street, chanting.
There's a sniper out here.
Some guy saying there's a sniper out here. I find that unlikely.
God, it's mayhem.
But yes, certainly plenty of people sniping shots at police. Okay, we're going to move down here, but the police have stopped for some reason. Wait and see. They are just making themselves a stationary target. As you can see, police cars still getting pelted by things. They will fire back now. Here we go. Oh, that guy again throwing a massive rock at the same rock at the police station. He hit the police car, right in the back. Now, police are speeding off. And here we will see the crowd follow them now.
Tim, we've just got word through, and this is news that the protesters, they're not going to like. Minnesota prosecutor has just said that the video showing George Floyd's death is terrible, but says there's other evidence that does not support a criminal charge. So based on that, these police officers involved will not face a criminal charge over the death of George Floyd. What is going to do to the crowd there?
There is no words. This will descend into riots, chaos. When they find out about this, because that's the one piece of information they have been hanging on. That is the one thing they have been demanding. They want action against this. Continue to burn day after day, night after night, unless there is action, unless there is charges, and unless people are actually arrested. But in this case, if that doesn't, well, who knows what these people are going to do? I'd say more of that, more burning, more rioting. But that news will just incite them. It will make them so angry. You can't put into words what this will do.
Tim, you're doing an incredible job under the most awful of circumstances. And Adam Bavino, your cameraman, just doing an outstanding job bringing everyone across the nation the news from Minneapolis, where there is this heavy confrontation, this heavy chaos on the streets. We've seen looting, we've seen extreme violence this morning. And again, these are the streets of America. And that is as close to a civil war in Minneapolis as you will see. It is the people versus authorities. And as Ali pointed out before, this could only get worse, and this will spread across America. There is no doubt. This chaos will be a contagion this morning, and it will catch up and it will catch fire everywhere across the United States. Where are they all heading now, Timmy?
We don't actually know. They're marching down the street towards where the police went from. And they're actually moving away. There's still a group left at the police station down there. So we'll follow the crowd down here a little bit to see where they go. But there are people now driving in utes on the roofs, following the police, people cheering. It's but wonder if they go there. What happens now? The big thing that we've been talking about the protesters is they keep on saying wait until it gets dark, wait until it gets dark. And with that news that Ali just brought through about the no criminal prosecutions against police, then we only wait to find out what that's going to mean in nightfall, which is only about about 3 hours time from now. That is when things will get really, really nasty here, especially with that news. And this crowd is fired up. This event here, that just fired them up enough. No matter more news about these police not facing criminal charges. We had crowds at one of the police officers' houses last night. So
I mean, that
they're
sign
doing
sums it
burnouts
up,
down
doesn't
the back
it?
there. It's
Hey Timmy,
Yeah,
we'll let
is-
you catch your breath, mate. We know it's been difficult, a very difficult 45 minutes for you. In fact, it's been a difficult couple of hours. We'll let you reposition there, catch your breath. And look, I know that there's lots of stuff going on down the street, but this, as Timmy just mentioned, is probably just the start of it. There is going to be much more happening as this day progresses in the United States into the afternoon and worse into early evening. We'll be back with more.